asked me if I ever dreamed in color. I said only when I stayed too long in borrowed lives. Your perfume on my coat outlasted winter, like postcards we forgot to send or never meant to write. And I still remember those rooms in Tokyo, the ones we never owned, but made ours for a while. You played that vinyl on repeat, said love's not linear. You smiled like a myth, half truth, half denial. Some nights I'd talk to the moon in your accent, trying to decode what you left unsaid. I keep waiting for closure in hotel curtains, but they just fold like everything else we did. I walk past couples in their rented futures, each touch rehearsed like scenes from a quiet play. We loved like tourist intents, then vanished, collecting moments just to throw them all away. You once told me forever is a moving station, and I laughed like I understood. But now I know we were just a pause, not a destination. If you ever find my name in a stranger's story, tell them it was never meant to last, but it was beautiful in its own imperfect way. You left your sweater in the backseat again. Said it's nothing, just forgot like I forget to pretend that my hands don't miss your weight on mornings like these, the kind where the coffee cools slower than it should. We talked about everything but what we meant, like two actors stuck inside a script without an end. You only loved me in lowercase, in pauses between the second and third glass. And I still drive with no place to be, hoping the road forgets to ask why I replay our song when the city sleeps, like it's a promise I left unwrapped. The eggs overcooked, you said you like them that way, but I saw your eyes shift when I smiled too late. You opened the window, I closed the space between two people afraid to name the ache. You talked about a trip you'd never take. I laughed like that wasn't the moment I felt the break. You goodbye. They just stall between almost and not quite. We loved like people avoiding peace, and now I try to miss you without ceremony. You only loved me in lowercase. I guess I asked for too much clarity, and I still write one for the version of you that held me like time could be reading clean. But darling, I see it clear now. Some feelings exist just to leave unseen. You left your sweater in the backseat again. I wear it when I need to recall what it meant to nearly begin. She sat where pine and silence met, in his old coat, her silhouette. She laughed like dusk was made of wine. He called her wild like it meant mine. He carved her name on bark and bone, his hands unsure, her heart unknown. They left a ring on granite's face, a vow the wind refused to trace. I've seen such love too fast to name, a candle lit without a flame. I'm not a mirror, but I keep what lovers drop when dreams don't sleep. He said some hearts are meant to roam. She thought it was a flame, a home. They move like time would never sting. She left the sin of early spring. They kiss like clocks were made to lie, and still I hold the wire. She came alone when branches thinned, with letters folded like her chin. She fed me paper one by one, each line a stone, each word a sun. One road of rings and waiting doors, one side of nights he came no more. The last just said I won't be when chasing a man who won't begin. She stopped when frost replaced the dew, but I still echo what she knew. I'm not the moon, but I recall the rise, the fall, the silent call. He spoke like glass about to break. She smiled like she'd outgrown ache. He vanished into rust and smoke. She vanished as the elm trees broke. The ring sank deep with barely sound, but some things don't stay down. For chapel bells and grace, more thunderstorm than warm embrace. But if you asked if it was real, yes, the kind you never heal. Now I hold the ring where the moss grows thin, in the hush where love is slept. She gave too much to one who strayed. He lost what he never kept. The world moves on with careless feet, but some things cling like rust. I am the stillness no one names, but I remember us. Now I hold the ring and silence sings of a girl who gave too much. The world forgets, but I do not. The lake remembers love. I built a garden in my mind, full of colors I can't find. People pass, they never said truth is never loud. Dad said pride can wear you out. I sat alone and wrote it down. Now I wear it like a crown. There's glass in the garden, I know I walk it slow. I don't cry, I watch it glow. Pain made a path, but I still go. You don't need to run just to grow. She said love is not a plan, it's just knowing where you stand. He gave silence as a gift. I learned how to read the rift. Life's a room you clean each night. Make your bed, then lose the light. If it hurts, that's half the fight. If you're scared, it means you're right. There's glass in the garden, I walk it slow. I don't bleed, I let it show. Hope isn't soft, it's just slow. You don't need to shine just to glow. Dreams that wore disguise, now I wear them in my eyes. Every cut became a map to places I won't turn back. So plant your fear and let it climb. Not every storm has to take we lay on the floor of your living room, both high, still dressed from the afternoon. I watched you trace my name on your thigh. Said you do that every time we say goodbye. Your voice is low, like underwater, and I don't know who's drowning harder. You're still the one I'm rooting for, the ache I keep behind every door. You make it feel like I could fall again every time I taste your skin. We fucked with the lights on at 2 a.m. Your lipstick on my wrist like a brand. You said you love me in a stupid way, like how you love sunsets but want the rain. Your voice is low, like stolen thunder, and I don't know who I was under. You're still the one I ruin for, the ache I keep behind every door. You make it feel like I could fall again still the one I ruin for. The ache I keep behind every door. You make it feel like I could fall again every time I taste your skin. And I still taste your skin like the first time I let you in. We talked about Venice in the spring, but never booked the flight. Kept tracing dreams in water rings on the table every night. You said love was just a season that nobody really owns, but I kept you like a secret, buried deep in all my poems. And now you're just a city somewhere we'll never be, a postcard never written that still lives inside of me. You're a song I never finished, but I hum unconsciously. Place that once felt certain now feels like make-believe. You held me like a deadline, soft and closing in. We made plans like we were lifelines, but time was wearing thin. Your jacket in my closet still smells like might have been. I wear it when I'm honest about the space that I keep you in. And now you're just a city somewhere we'll never be, a postcard never written that still lives inside of me. You're a song I never finished, but I hum unconsciously. A waste that once felt certain now feels like make-believe. Someone once told me some people love you in their timing, not in truth. And I wrote it on a napkin that I keep with me like proof. Now you're just a city somewhere we'll never be. I still drive through places that you once dreamed with me. You're a love that never landed, but left a mark so deep. A chapter with no ending I reread in my sleep. Gas station coffee, dollar bills, my heels on gravel, town stand still. I wear a faded jean jacket with your name, still smell tobacco, still play the game. You left with the sun and your leather shoes. Radio said storms coming through, but you were always the weather, weren't you? Always moving, always blue. They say this road leads nowhere, but I still wait by the sign. Bar called Evelyn's in Dead Man County, where your boots once matched at mine. I side of time. The jukebox don't play our song no more. Bartender changed since '94, but I order your whiskey extra ice. Pretend you're outside rolling dice. That girl you ran with had silver hair. They say she ran south, but I don't care. 'Cause ghosts don't scare me, love does more. And you're the only one I mourn. They say this road leads nowhere, but I still wait by the sign. Bar called Evelyn's in Dead Man County, where your boots once matched mine. I paint my lips with fire red wine, still stuck on the wrong side of time. You once said I was trouble and gold. Now all I am is getting old. But the bar still glows in amber light, and I still hope you'll stop tonight. So here's to you, our Lorelei, the queen of nowheres, still on your line. If you ever ride back through this town, I'll be